Greetings, my lovely pirates, and this video is gonna be like a semi-guide. I'm gonna explain to you the new Hydra and how does it even work. But for the upgrading path and stuff and which to focus on, it's gonna be in a different video. So let's dive in. So if you click at develop, you will see the following. That there is an additional here tab that is called Behemoth Talent. Don't worry about it, I'm gonna come to it later. Now when you click at the behemoth, you will see now that you have two behemoths. One of them with a mark that is called attack, as you can see, and one of them is called support. Now if you click here or here, it doesn't really matter. You are going to see that you have here a spot for an attacking kraken behemoth, and there is a support kraken. If you click this mark, support behemoth, each position provides a stats bonus to body fleet, and bonuses could be increased by radiance enhancement, which means the following: that whoever you put in here is the behemoth that is going to provide only stats. But if you want the behemoth to provide stats and skills, it is going to be on the attacking spot. So if we switched between those, you're going to see that I am losing massively when it comes to overall skills. Let me show you here as an example. If I switch the position of this one, I'm gonna be losing 7 million. But let's take a look at the stats itself. These are all the stats bonuses that you are going to get here. Let us switch again. Let's pick back this one as an attacker. This one is going to be the support. You can have seen that I have gained 7 million. But if you paid attention, the stats looks like the stats has not changed at all. Again, let me show you. Here we switch. The stats are all the same. Nothing changed. As always, you guys can use Sky Castle if you want to have some discounted claimstones, as they have the best offers on the market. Which means all the stats are going to be applied regardless to your fleet. The difference is the skills is not going to be activated. So if you want the Hydra skills to be activated, the Hydra has to be on the attacking spot. If you want just stats, you put it in here. And there will be an additional radiance support you are going to have in here if you click at the enhancement. Now I can show you a proof so you know exactly which kind of stats that's going to be applied. If I go try to attack my friend in here, look, this is me when I attacked with the attacking behemoth, and this one as a support, so we can actually see if there is going to be any changes. We click at fight and click at challenge. Now you can see my fleet is reduced, but I just want to make sure to see if the stats itself is going to be applied or not. So as you can see, even though I have lower amount of power, it did not change anything. Like here, as you can see, the amount of here, the difference between those, there are 20 actually 20 less when it comes to what do you call fighting will, which means there's some sort of fighting will reduction, even though this one does not really provide me with fighting will so far. I need to see this, but as you can see here, this is the first attack in which I had with him. This is the last attack in which I had with the attacking behemoth. It doesn't really look like this that has dropped, but maybe the fighting will for some reason might be buggy. But look at the difference. There is a drop. Obviously there is a drop, but even with the drop, the other behemoth, which is the Hydra, is still very good, even though I did not feed him yet to check out his skills. It doesn't look like there is much drop when it comes to the stats either. So maybe once you upgrade it with the radiance, because they are claiming that you are going to get more stats if you go here into radiance. There is supposed to be coming soon radiance here, in which is going to be in here, I think battle enhancement, there should be Kraken upgrade for the stats, in which then you can switch and have it on that side. But again, remember that the Kraken skills itself is not going to be applied, since the behemoth itself is still in a growth stage. Growth stage means skills is not even unlocked. So let's give it a try and feed some meat to it. So now it is big. Let's see, growth. The skills is supposed to be, and then there will be Beak. Okay, so this is the Beak mode. So we now have the Beak mode, and we can test the difference between the Beak mode on the regular mode. As you can see, this one again, let me feed it to be fair, and then we are going to sub and show you the difference. Okay, so we have this one at level 13. The increasement is not really that great. When an allied ship total HP is below 50%, increase their damage by 16% for 10 seconds. This can only be triggered one time per battle. Now the Hydra breathes, blah blah blah. I think this is at the start of the battle. Okay, so the skills here, again, when allied ship HP drops 50% for the first time, they gain a shield that is equal to 1000% of the Kraken attack, and again, heal allied ship for 500% of the Kraken attack and grants them 15% reduction for 4 seconds. Now let's test this again, even with the reduction of this one, which it doesn't make any sense at all. Maybe you're just getting maybe 80% of the stats or something. I'm not really sure. Now let us try. That's my Hydra in here. Let's check. Okay, this is the Hydra attack, which came too late, obviously, but here it is. As you can see, did not really like matter much, I think. Let's click at the stats here. Well, actually it did some damage. It did do some damage. It's actually more damage than the other Kraken, but the other Kraken is usually a healer and provide damage reduction. It's not terrible. There is no talents that has been upgraded yet from the Hydra. There is absolutely no talents that has been upgraded yet from the Hydra. Let's go back to the Hydra. So the talents in here is shared between both. Okay, so talents is shared between both. If you take a look, if you try to click, you'll see all the old talents in here. It's already there. But if you go back and click at the Hydra, it's gonna open up its own tree. So 1 means you are going to be focusing on the flagship, 2 is your mini ship, 3 mini ship, all the way to 6. They are all mini ships. So basically, it says here, this talent only takes effect on Hydra. You need to notice this. So if you don't have the Hydra, okay, it means it's not going to apply in both Behemoth, it's going to be applied in Hydra, which again, we're going to do a video about it. First one is health, armor, resistance of the critical damage resistance, behemoth attack boost, behemoth impact, behemoth critical rate boost, etc. Okay, so it says this talent only takes effect on Hydras. We still need to clarify this one, but again, I cannot say anything until the radiance actually shows up. If I click at the stat boost, you're going to see that the stats boost from the previous Kraken still applies to it. Another thing is, when it comes to feeding your Hydra, your original, here, you click at this one and use Krakens, it still can be fed to your Hydra. So your old, if you have saved up some eggs, it could be used in your Hydra. See? If you wanted, again, let's do something else, okay? So first of all, let us switch back here. Okay, now it has been deployed as a support. This is the stats so far in which I have both of them combined. Okay, and if I click this one and deselect it, I'm going to lose power. And this is the stats which I am having that does not include the Hydra. So yes, you are getting both of the stats from both of these. Now I have fighting well at 50. I'm not sure if this is gonna give me anything at all. It doesn't give me anything at all. And I'm not sure why I'm even losing fighting well. Let me switch and see if I put this one in here, what will happen. Again, I'm not sure why I'm even losing fighting well if I switch to Hydras. But anyway, regardless, this is going to be for now is the support until the release the Radiance. This is basically it, guys, for now. As for the upgrading path and stuff, I'm gonna make another video for it. Is this an attacking? No, this is an attacking. This is a attacking. That's basically it, guys, and have a wonderful day.
Captain Copper rules the sea, feathers fluffed and fancy free. He's got a peg leg made of wood, and steals your lunch like a pirate should. Squall, squall, Captain Cockbur's bold, stealing crackers and maybe some gold.